as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. We'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champions, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to... way. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. So Notre Dame's offense comes on the field first today. Down to the final 8 now. Quarterfinal matchups at neutral locations, Kirk. And that means one team which won a conference championship is rested. The other team is coming off an emotional win just a week ago.
And Chris, the prevailing thought would be, boy, the team that gets a chance to rest would be in a better position. But as we saw in 2024, the teams that got that rest, they lost their rhythm. And I think the teams that had a chance to play, they continue to stay in their routine, and it really benefited them. Let's see how it plays out today.
And completion makes it second and short. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. The pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. Important moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, they face third down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down.
But with all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another first down. They had their chance there on third down, but they do not want this to become an ongoing trend against this offense. They're just too good.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw. Incomplete. Second down coming up. They'll run it with the draw play. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
QB keeper all the way. Breaks an open space. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's how you keep the opening drive alive right there. Good, hard, tough running to be able to pick up that first down and the third down conversion.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Hit as he released it. He makes the grab. Tackle made quickly at the 11, but the offense in the red zone now.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And looking to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. And that one straight down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Let's check out the impact players in this game, Kirk. Guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them. They're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coach has told us all week that these are the guys that really are unique within this program, and hopefully they play well today.
Offense in hurry-up mode.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker. Quick pass. The catch is made. Breaking free at midfield. He's in the clear. Past the 10. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Chris, how about that? A quick slant that goes for this many yards and a touchdown? That's what's so dangerous about this quarterback and wide receiver. Quarterback puts the ball right on the money, and by doing so, look at the receiver. Catches it in stride and has all that room to run after the catch for that touchdown.
PAT makes the score 7-3. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. It's a draw play. The pickup is 7 yards, now 2nd and 3.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Drive stays alive with that first down completion. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch.
Well, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
That completion makes it 2nd down. Catch is made down the middle. Tackle made after a big gain. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
Well, these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go at the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Notre Dame getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. Off the scoring drive. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their that allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies and provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
And he'll bring this out from just inside the end zone. Coverage team flying downfield. much gained on that return. And here comes the Mississippi State offense back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? The shotgun running play call. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. The offense going with the hurry up.
Pretty good gain here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Swarm with a pass rush. A sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
The punt team making their way on the field. See if he can make something happen with the return. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient, precise. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Well, they're finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. Important third down play coming up. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They make the stop, but it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 18.
What a weapon this quarterback is. He can throw the football. We know he can run. But with this kind of speed, he doesn't just take off. He can pick up big chunks of yards like this here.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looks right for a quick completion. Touchdown, Irish. They couldn't stop him there.
This guy's starting to prove that he is a mismatch for this defense. 2nd touchdown of the day, and a great job by the coordinator continuing to find unique ways to get this guy on one-on-one opportunities for touchdowns.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The Mississippi State offense is back out there now. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And the back gets the football. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11.
A lot of times you see teams go up-tempo when they've got momentum that comes off for a big gain. These guys are struggling, and yet here they go, going back to old reliable, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage again.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And the punt team now on to kick it away. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And he rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Short connection to the tight end here. End zone ahead. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a 1st down and goal.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. Coordinators calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
That's a design quarterback keeper. No gain there. Ball will be spotted at the 2 again. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. So the offense clicking now. They're building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. And the junior with some excellent work after making the catch. Fresh set it out to the offense. 1st down.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice 1st down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the 1st half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
Oh, the pass rush gets home. With the sack on 1st down, it's 2nd down. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
It can be hard sometimes in the pre-snap, but if the quarterback can identify the outside coverage, he can avoid these kind of losses. This was just man coverage on the outside, and the secondary pounced on that screen.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Boy, this defense is having a game. So much pressure, so many sacks already. We're not even to halftime. The offense better do a better job of protecting, and I think the offensive coordinator needs to make some adjustments in his pass pro to give this quarterback a chance.
And the coverage team able to bring him down. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. He flips it to the back across the middle. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Dumps it down to the back. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Makes a quick grab. And they've got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion.
What a great route here by this tight end on third down, and the quarterback does a smart thing by looking for the big fella. Who's your best friend on third down? Of course, the tight end, and now we've got first and goal.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. He keeps it on the design run. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Chris, we're only a few ticks from halftime, and doesn't it feel like this thing's already over? Just a first-half beatdown to be remembered. This is going to be a fun locker room at halftime.
And he knocks through the PAT. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, the magnitude of these CFP matchups is always on another level. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Mississippi State offense back out on the field. After falling way behind in the first half, they need to find a spark right now to cut into this big lead. First down. We're going to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Mississippi State getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back. Catch made on the out route. And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain. Now it's second down here. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And the receiver snags it. It's complete. The defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And he'll drop back here on third down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And here comes the punter onto the field. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? They're going to run it here.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. And if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
They look to throw it here on second down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, he makes the catch. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
The freshman is brought down after a really solid run there.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. Let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off. It's nice positive yards.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Well, that was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 2. They're able to convert. Now it'll be first and goal at the 6.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Here's a handoff on first and goal. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Touchdown, Irish. This offense really clicking.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Extra point splits the uprights. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Looking to throw it on first down. And the defense finally will get him down, and that sack will end the third period. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. This has been thorough domination through 3 quarters. A real statement confirming their status as a national championship contender. Let's check out the stats so far. So 1 quarter away from wrapping up an impressive CFP victory. Let's get back to the final period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Grab by the receiver. Defense will wrap him off after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. They bring the punter onto the field now. On to kick now for the 5th time tonight. And the punt is down just inside the 30. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back up. Really excellent possession last time. The mix, the run, and the pass kept the defense off balance and moved to a touchdown. And that'll pick up a first down out of the 37. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Short throw complete to the tight end.
Chris, this is a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. Makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right. But the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
We stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Working clock with the ground game.
Chris, the advantage you have, obviously, from a quarterback standpoint, running the RPO, is you get time to evaluate that first and second level of the defense and see where they're going. Unfortunately, the defense didn't show him much, and the back ends up taking it for just a few.
Here's the second down play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Crosses the 35. They finally stop him. Big play. Moves the ball to the 22. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side. Able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. An inside give now from the shotgun. Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They bring it down at the 11, but it'll be first down from there.
Love to see this with the lead late in the game. In the postseason, you got to trust your offensive line and your back. Not only do you keep the clock moving, you pick up a first down. Now you got a chance to ice this game.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff bracket. We'll talk to you down the line. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.